What's up, guys? So yesterday I accidentally clicked on Arena and spoiled myself the reward, so I had to kind of record the screen. I was saving it for today's video, but yeah, I accidentally clicked on the Arena mission in the Mission is General Mobilization event, and it took me there. So last minute, and I'm talking like right before Great Ninja War, I decided, maybe I should get Hanzo. I don't know. Just kept thinking of all the lineups I could make with Hanzo, having really high expectations of him. I decided to go ahead and get him. And, straight cuckery arrived when I opened all these boxes. I personally wasn't expecting anything, but I was like, maybe there's a 0.005% chance of a Hiruzen. So I was like, you never know what could happen. But yeah, it was like some straight up cuckery from now. And the funny thing is that I guess the announcement kept rolling across the screen for the next like half hour after all those boxes were opened. And then when I actually started using Hiruzen, it just did not exactly work out in these scenarios. And I guess with the ninjas I was messing around with, I was trying to go for the most cancer I could think of when it came to getting Hanzo. But I ended up getting him, especially since I'm going to be switching over Lightning Main. I will be able to find more uses for him. Honestly, he is not that bad, but he is not as good as I thought he would be either. The next thing you should know is that Reanimation Hanzo comes out way later in the future, and he is so much better than this one, considering that one has a prompt, but hits less targets, and also clears debuffs from all allies in the same row. So that means people across other teams will also get their debuffs cleared. But just basically spending through all these events, this was my last few moments as the Fire Main, because I did my straw poll, everybody voted for me to go to Midnight Blade, and then I was just using up the treasure of the Sage Keys. I had such a cancer lineups ready for Great Ninja War, and I was unable to fight. I was so disappointed. I was ready to record my cancer gameplay with the Hanzo team I made. Yeah, there was just no fights for me, unfortunately. So maybe Saturday I can get some good gameplay. There's actually a lot of variety coming into the game for me now. Trying to get myself some more ninjas just to make the game more enjoyable. And this is when I realized I could get a 4-star Gakido. So I just, redeemed the arena rewards and got myself the 4-star Gyokuro, knowing like, okay, so I can just pick him up, try him on an arena, or not arena, Great Ninja War right now. And then after I got him 4-star, I realized I just had no fight. I was actually pulling a lot of pains since I did go for Tendo, 800 scrolls back then. So most of my pains are really close to 4-star, except Gakido. But let's just go on to today's video. So this video isn't going to have much ninja gameplay as far as the teams go, but I will be talking about a lot of stuff. There has been a lot of things to talk about for this video, and I saved it. Yesterday I tried to break down the reanimation treasures, but today there will be a lot of stuff going on. So first, I just want to thank everybody who voted on the straw poll. I was surprised to see 364 votes, so thank you to all of you. You guys are awesome. Midnight Blade, that was pretty much going to be a definite choice, mostly because it's just, the meta at this point. But the way I'll be doing these main rotations is every time I swap to a main, I'll just cross them off the list. And after I go through all the mains in a sequential order, then I will restart the straw poll with everybody. So that is why the Fire Main was not on the list. And then next week you won't see Midnight Blade. And they'll just keep narrowing it down until we have one left. And then after that week I will restart the straw poll. So I will be doing this weekly. Then basically I wanted to clear up some of the stuff with the treasure. So this treasure, the reanimation treasure that we are getting, is basically the stepping stone into Jinchurikis. Now I did, correct some of the information yesterday on the video with the annotations, the description, and the comments. But for those of you just, who didn't look back at it, basically this treasure, I was talking to a lot of people from China, as well as Akroma from the forums on Oasis, and he said that China did have a combined reanimation treasure like this, and then after a short time, it ended up splitting up into two treasures, and following the split, they did end up getting Jinchuriki treasures. So this is a definite possibility that we are on the road for Jinchurikis, but it's just the schedule we thought, where it would just been Jinchurikis straight up. It seems that these reanimations came first. Then Sarandit also did his pulls on the banner today on stream. He did 1,200 seal scrolls. I was lucky to talk to him and as well as his viewers, so they were basically giving me information on the treasure. He will also upload the stream polls on YouTube. So when he gives me the link to that, I will, spread it around. Probably on tomorrow's video, because I'm not sure if he's going to upload it tonight but it should be uploaded by tomorrow, and I will link it when he does, just so you guys can see what he pulls. He did 1,200 scrolls on the banner, so you can already tell there was a lot of stuff. And basically, this was the information I did gather. So, what you need to know is he used about 1,240 scrolls. All of the names that are listed on the banner are confirmed rare characters. Now, Gengetsu Hozuki as well as Rasa are 250 scrolls each, so you pretty much, you will get one. I mean, it's like a 50-50 chance. I'm not sure if you can dupe them. I guess they're kind of considered super rares, but they are at a lower seal scroll cost. I mean, they are about Roshi and Han prices, because we always assume that Roshi is around 200 to 250, so I'm pretty sure Roshi would be around 250. Hopefully they don't combine the treasure, because I really didn't want to. I don't want to get lucky between a Han and a Roshi, but it is rather interesting. Gengetsu, Hozuki, and Rasa are definitely the best ones. I even said on the video, those are the ones I like the most next to Sage Kabuto. So those are the two basically super rares for this treasure. And then as far as the common ninja Tentpoles, they said you can get all like Great Ninja War characters. They even said like Great Ninja War Tamari, Hinata, Sakura, Sai, Kankuro. They even said like regular Gaara. So it's kind of a mixture of a lot of ninjas that vary. And they also did tell me, thanks to Dart, he said you get 25 fragments for pulling duplicates, not 10 frags like you do for regular ninjas. So at least it's not as bad. It's not 30 frags like 3 stars, but it's still better than 10. So the treasure here honestly doesn't seem all that bad, but personally I just wouldn't pull for it when it comes to seeing how much scrolls it's gonna take for them. And you have to realize they're all 2-star ninjas. This is from Sarandit's stream, he was showing it. He took a spreadsheet and was marking down when he was getting Itachi frags, as well as which rare ninjas. So the first 250 he got Rasa, then he got Gengetsu on the next 250, Gengetsu again on 750, then 1000 was Rasa again, and then on the 1250 that he ended up doing, he got Gengetsu. So it is 250 confirmed for these super rares. You pretty much won't get you won't get the same one twice. You don't start getting dupes until after you get both. And you can see here, as far as the 2 rare ninja selection, he was getting Kinkaku, Ginkaku, Kabuto, Mu. And that's pretty much all the information we have on the treasure so far. So when he does upload the pull video, you will see me talk about it on the next video. But we're just all waiting for the Roshi to come by, which is probably going to be around May to June for us. I honestly don't know how long it's going to take, but do realize that this treasure is the equivalent to the Kazekage treasure. It's basically a filler in between. It's not really something that is going to stay here for too long. The Kazekage lasted for about a month before we got Kage treasures, so this is going to be like a short limited treasure to give us some space up until Jinchurikis. It's honestly not a terrible treasure, because you do get the Great Ninja War characters from Tentpoles, and they're actually pretty strong. So for a lot of people, they might actually consider doing this. But personally, I would stack for Roshi or Han. Them being 2 stars is still the only thing that bothers me. But moving on to that, you guys did see me get Hanzo in the video. I got him last minute. I was like, why not, right? So today we are gonna go into the Lucky Board, which this is the first one in a while, but they brought back Lucky Bag. This event was probably the best free-to-play event way back when I was starting. I don't think I've seen Lucky Bag since August or October. I can't remember when the last time I saw this, but this event was really good back then. It's nice to see it come back. Limited recruitment is out. I really need to get a summon rebate, but if you are looking to spend your seal scrolls, this is the time to do so. Total spending rebate, it is honestly beyond ridiculous. We will return to this shortly, but I just wow. Joni Metal Renew is very good, so if you guys don't know how it works, you spend the 1888 ingots, and you'll basically get like 50% back in coupons. So it's really good to do a rebate. I mean, I still have 160 days. I do believe this rebate will return before mine expires, so I guess I'll just hold out. But if you are low on Joni Metal, definitely take advantage of this now. Daily purchase is always something not really that good. And Lucky Board is the real MVP. Now, a lot of people have said that they changed the Lucky Board. They give you less items now or something. I have no idea about that. This is the first time I'm looking at it. But these prices are, you can already tell they're getting extreme. So thanks to Taeyong again from the Naruto Online crossover Discord. The link to that Discord is in the description below. He already did all the math needed. Now, you do have to realize that he says at the bottom, these prices are determined that you're going to get 5 points for every time. Now, in certain, as it says here, when you get into function grids, you start getting 10 points. So the prices are slightly less than what he wrote, but that is pretty much the safe amount that you should aim for. Personally, when it comes to a lot of these ninjas, I don't think you're going to save too much. Like when it comes to Killer B, you might save 500 ingots, maybe at most 1,000 if you get really lucky with these function grids. Otherwise, some ninjas. So you can see here, Killer B, you can only get 80 frags. That's 8k ingots about for him getting a to get him as a 3-star. And you can't get him anywhere else because there's no fragments. Naruto Ninetales is the big baller here. He is about 100. For 100 fragments, it is 80,000 ingots, which is ridiculous. I mean, I would say when it comes to classifying 4-Tails QB, he is definitely, I would kind of say he's above a super rare, to be honest. Just because of the potential I've seen from him in China, and he is just insanely strong. So he does, I guess, fare up to the same price as Raikage and Susanoo Sasuke do. Maybe a little bit more expensive for what he is used for, but a lot of people will disagree with that. I don't blame you. It is really expensive to get him. Personally, I think this is just really, really expensive. I mean, when the first time he came out, I still have a screenshot of it. Alright, so last time, this QB, the first time his fragments came out in an event to purchase was October 11th. Alright, that was when I got my 3-star QB with 50 frags. It cost me around 16k ingots back then. It's still really pricey because if you realize it was 16,000 ingots for 50 frags, if you times that by 4, getting 100 frags would have been still expensive. So he has always been holding his value in the game. Personally, if you were able to get him 4-star really early on your server, and especially really early into the game, he would have been just demolishing everyone. He has so much potential, and he just keeps getting better and better as the game goes on. He is also the only ninja that changes his look from 2-star to 3-star to 4-star. So he is basically, I guess, a symbol for Naruto Online. I don't know, he's like one of the rarest things to go for. I would like to get him 4-star in the future, but I definitely say for spending 80k ingots straight up to get 100 frags, I would rather take my chances at Unlucky Star. Even though I probably won't get a QB one time from Unlucky Star, even if I put 80k ingots towards that, at least I can use it to redeem other ninja fragments. Just, you know, you will get a ton of items from Lucky Board, do realize that. From 80k ingots, you will get a shit ton of stuff from here. But, I mean, it's just, if you're spending 80k ingots on that, you might as well just say buy the same materials you're looking for in another event. I mean, it's just honestly way too expensive to get QB, but I can understand the pricing. People would say it's not reasonable, and it's not really practical, but you guys really need to understand how much potential this ninja has. And even now, he will just demolish people with the right ninjas. So those are the prices for that. Look, Sage Naruto also went down in price, if you did notice. He was around 12,000 ingots for a 3-star. He's now moved down to 9,600 ingots. I would say if you're going to get a Sage Naruto, this is the time to do it. Lucky Board alone gives you a ton of items, and you're getting a Sage Naruto as well. I always say this every video, it is not recommended for you to do Sage Treasure pulls. So this is why I tell everybody, if you're going to buy Sage Naruto, wait for the events. Ao is a common ninja in the 5 Kage Treasure. He has 10 scrolls in that one. Orochimaru Konoha Trader is not that good. And Sasuke and the Puppets is a super rare. So if you get really unlucky with Sage Naruto, you'll be overpaying. The safer route and the better route to get just, you know, straight up a bunch of items is to buy him from this Lucky Board itself. Now I will finally go for Killer B and finish my Kage Treasure Rare Ninja collection, because I have all the rares except for Killer B, and I honestly have too many team ideas that I want to try. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get Killer B, get it over with. You do get him later on in the main plot instances for level 90, but the problem for that is you still need to be level 98 to get the clearance reward. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very long time for that to come out. But, you know, I'm just really going to get impatient from waiting this long. So we're just going to straight up buy 400 dices, even though, it's going to be less than that. I just feel like I do want to get the extra stuff to, just in case, redeem medium level refine. It's also not bad if you're looking to redeem medium level refines or medium threads, because it is at a cheaper discount in the shop, and you are getting items with that. So it's actually pretty good. But we're gonna spend this 400 or 8k ingots. Try our luck on the dices. Now, like I said, I don't expect anything from lucky ninja packs, but you never know. The one day I don't expect it, maybe the day it does happen. But every day I don't expect it. And then also on Monday, you do get yourself the battle armor rebate. So if you save all your threads for Monday, especially for those of you who are trying to get your battle armor rank ups. Personally, I am not going for rank, whatever Toby Rama. I'm not going for rank 9 battle armor. Way too expensive. Now, honestly, in the past few weeks, I didn't have any sort of goals. Just because I was mostly focusing on Awakening Ninjas. And since I got my office set up back at the end of January, yeah, kind of spent way too much money on that. And I did end up buying a friend a computer as well. So that's why I wasn't really spending much into the game. But it's all good. I just couldn't resist the Pokemon collection anymore. So I got Hanzo and I got Killer Bee. I will wait for Hokage Tsunade to return on a recharge. If she has 50k ingots again, I will end up recharging that. And all those ingots will go towards power, or with a slight chance of getting a 4-star QB, maybe. It's not that I really want Hokage Tsunade. It's the fact that if I'm going to drop that much money towards power anyway, might as well pick up a Tsunade, right? So that's why I could have dropped that kind of money this week to get that overpriced QB for no reason and probably feel stupid about it. But that's why I'd rather wait for Hokage Tsunade and then feel stupid. So at least I finally have a goal in mind. I really need to get my refines up. I'm really hurting in initiative, and I can start feeling that when, a lot of people, at least a few more people have started outspeeding me on my server. And Arena, I have been facing a lot of people with fast speed, so definitely going to try to put some more money into the game again, just to get more ninjas and more power. And just really waiting for the Roshi treasure at this point. I mean, damn, I would just love... Okay, so we used up all this. Let's just do the last 3 rolls, and we get one more pack on top of it. I just love Lucky Board. This is my favorite event in the game, just because of all the stuff you're using, and it's just, a big game of Monopoly, except you always lose. So, Killer Bee is finally here. Everybody has been asking me for Killer Bee for the longest. I should have gotten him last event cycle, but honestly, I was just like, I don't know, I really just didn't want to get him because I kept thinking, what if I pull him from Kage treasures? For sure now, I will not be spending those seal scrolls into Kages because if I free draw Killer Bee, I will be so disappointed. But at least, I'm going to have myself the Killer Bee. It's going to be a nice addition. There's going to be a lot of teams I can mess with. So 600 points left over, I'll put all that into medium level refines. Now there are many teams I will be dying to try out. And that is what I can't wait for. There's just so many Killer Bee concepts. I do believe with the right ninja selection, Killer Bee has some of the greatest utility from all the Kage Treasure ninjas. Especially when we get Jinchurikis. He will be insane value for the money. I mean, he basically boosts Jinchurikis, and his mystery gives them immune to interrupt as well as a double attack. So he is very useful. We got 85 medium level refines, which is pretty good. We'll continue my refines. That is us done for this lucky board. Now, when I got Mifune, I got 100 frags, and I waited to recruit him, so in case I did get him 3-star, I would make him a 4-star instantly. But I don't see myself pulling Killer Bee, so let's just, bite the bullet on this one and end up, just risking it. I mean, I honestly don't see myself getting a free draw anytime soon, and I still have to get him awakened. I can get him gold awakened, no problem. Then I have to also work on moods, which I guess the cheapest way to get moods is... Oh shit, I used up too much stamina on that. Oh damn. Yeah, I kind of used up too much stamina on that. But anyway, as far as getting cheap moods, wait for Treasure of the Sage, which we had last event. You could get a pretty good discount. I do know that German versions have way higher discount on the mood scrolls, so they get them way cheaper. But for us, that's pretty much the cheapest way you're going to actually obtain them. So I will get Killer Bee at least gold and slowly get him red. Also, I have Hanzo to worry about, so I have to get Killer Bee and Hanzo red. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what kind of Lightning main teams you want to see. This opens up a lot of potential. I mean, fuck, why did I do that? It offers a lot of potential. I can do swordsman teams. I can do a lot of teams. I could do like Killer Bee for a lot of main characters with Gaara, Sage Naruto, even 3-star. You know, try out the Immortal team with Killer Bee this time. Lots of possibilities, and I will be going through it. But it's gonna take some time to fully utilize it all. And I also have Hanzo, which I want to try out. So, you know, just give me some time and I'll get you guys those videos going. I did also record a few more videos on the Fire main before I did swap over, so I do have them pre-recorded, me doing Arena, and I will get those out. So 68 Lucky Ninja packs, Hashirama 80 frags, Kiba Great Ninja War, Hidan 80 frags, and Kakazu 80 frags. Not sure how I feel about that, but, you know, we do have to try it out. So I just wanted to get Killer Bee Gold because at this point I have everybody gold. So they have to be gold or higher. I will not stand for seeing anybody under gold. It is just, it's way too ugly. Now the Killer Bee Samahada, I find him trash as hell compared to this Killer Bee. So he serves a completely different purpose and not exactly a purpose I find useful. So Killer Bees, this one is so good. So now I'm up to I think 102 ninjas in the game. Well, you know, I was kind of hoping to get the Minato, but damn, like, they're still trying to get 40k spent for him. And even though I did 8k, getting the extra 32k really puts me a long way. If I could have gotten 4-star QB and Killer Bee for 40k, fine. Might have been a good trade-off. But at this point, no. It still wouldn't even cover half of... It would cover only like half of the QB. Maybe not even half. So what was I actually going... Okay. So we have the Lucky Ninja packs. I'm just gonna straight balls deep this. I mean, I'm already not expecting anything, so I'm gonna batch use this shit. Please give me something. I have opened over 600 Lucky Ninja packs in my entire 7 months of playing. Maybe a lot more. So this just adds on another 68. I don't know what the fuck I got. It doesn't even tell me if I got any ninjas or anything. So it's gonna just pop up here. I'm guessing I didn't do shit though. Yeah, Advanced Claw, Advanced Thread, Level 5 Ninjutsu, Advanced Claw. Kapow said don't do it. Ah, damn, that was honestly the most disappointing thing. Okay, whatever though. You know, at least I got my Killer Bee. That was the main goal of this video. And I did show you me getting Hanzo from yesterday. So, at least it's, you know, I wasn't aiming for Hashirama or whatever. It just really sucks with the way this RNG works in this game, though. I mean, the mission mobilization packs yesterday were really freaking bad. And these Lucky Ninja packs are just as bad. I mean, So, anyway, let's just continue with the video. The last thing I wanted to go over was basically Minato itself. So we have ourselves this total spending rebate, which, oh, I get 5 Minato frags, thanks guys. So cool. Actually, you know, 5 frags for 5k spending was honestly unexpected. It's actually not that bad. But just damn though, like what the fuck, 40k for this? So the low end rewards, what did I get? Level 4 Magatama pack, level 4 Magatama pack. The high ends, level 6 Magatama pack, 30 frags, orange chakra rune, they don't even give you red ones. Another orange chakra rune, not even red, level 5 Magatama pack. Level 5 Magatama pack, level 5 Magatama pack. I mean, it's honestly just so overpriced for no goddamn reason, it really is. Minato is not worth the 40k investment, I'll tell you that. Even if you're spending anywhere else. I mean, you're kind of lacking the stuff to spend. Like I said, if you're going for the QB frags, Killer Bee... If you go for Killer Bee, Sage Naruto, and then put the remainder into Ninetales QB frags, which I wouldn't. I would just put towards like the power and then do the rest. I guess it's not bad. But that would have been... It would have been a not a terrible idea if you did recharge for Hokage Tsunade, and you had all those ingots laying around, and you always wanted the Minato, and you always wanted Killer Bee, Sage Naruto. Then I could have understand that, but straight up 40k, yeah, no, I don't like that. Lucky Ninja thingy, it shows you what you have to do as well. Clear Survival Trial, Group Convoy, Sage Road Battlefield. Gets you all these points and you open all these bags. It just gives you random, like, you know, items, which is perfectly fine. And it's not perfectly fine. I mean, what the fuck am I getting? Like, Okay, yeah, this event used to be really nice because it used to give a lot of magatamas, and now it's kind of like damn ramens and shit. All right, so yeah, this event. Let me tell you this. Um, Germany, right? They are 3 months ahead. Technically, for us to be on par with where Germany was when the Minato screenshot I'm going to show you would have been January. So the time equivalency. Yes, we are separate games. Whatever. Germany had this from November. Since they're 3 months ahead, we would have been Germany in January. But look at this. I mean, we had Minato for 50K last month, and then they bring him back for 40K this month. And Germany let him go for 20K. Spend anywhere, you get him for 20K. Which was actually pretty fair because you were getting a lot of purification runes as well as the purification protection runes. So it was a very fair rebate. And 20K for Minato, I would have had no problems going for that. You know, I already would have been almost halfway into the Minato, so I could have finished that 20K, no problem. Then following December, they decided to give out Tobirama for another 20K, which on our 3 month standard difference, we would have been in February for us to get that. But man, like that's the thing that really disappoints me about Oasis. They're still trying to milk so much goddamn money off ninjas that are really irrelevant and not as good anymore. And we're still paying for that shit. So, yeah, I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't. That's why it's like, even 8K for a Killer Bee seems kind of high, but I understand his value and I can tolerate it. You know, it's like, at worst, he would be like a 5K ninja. So I'm not really going to wait a few months before he drops down to that price. Rather just get him over with and have, use him for lineups and stuff like that. To me, time is more valuable than money. And that's why, that's pretty much the reason and the mentality behind heavy spending. When you're a heavy spender, you realize that time costs more than money, so you just want to get things faster. And that's the way we play the game. But these kind of ridiculous places. Alright, first of all, rank 9 Battle Armor Tobirama. Not worth spending for rank 9 Battle Armor just to get Tobirama. The Battle Power Boost and Refine stats are perfectly fine. But Tobirama feels like he's kinda outdated at this point. Not really as solid as he used to be. Minato for sure. I mean, he is cool, right? I mean, he does look nice and everything. 20K I can understand. I would put Minato as the same tier as Hiruzen. I would say that all the Hokages are super rare ninjas, no doubt. I mean, Hokage Tsunade is a boss. All the Hokages are super rare ninjas and have very high price points. But when they're not exactly game-breaking, game-changing ninjas, like the Jonin War Minato is so much better than this one. And he is, I believe, in the Great Ninja War Treasure, or he might be an event-only ninja. Either way, he costs way less than the Hokage version, and he is way better. Now, I guess you would just use this one for ranked battle and maybe Great Ninja War. I would love to mess around with that. And actually, I have to change my Great Ninja War or my ranked battle formation because I did not change it in so long. This is back when I was a water main. So I don't know when I was a water main last. Like, this was not even last time water main. It was way back. I will put Hanzo in the formation because he's really good for ranked battle with the 12 poison and clearing debuffs. I would say, at least to me, Hanzo is a replacement for Gakidos. So I would personally just, I don't know, I'll probably just do this temporarily. And eventually when I get some kind of concrete idea, I think I want to incorporate Killer Bee and Gaara and just mess around with things. But he basically replaces Gakido for extra damage instead of, I guess, safety. So I will be messing around with the ranked battle. A lot of stuff to do. And I will be looking forward to it now. You guys see here, Kapow ended up getting his QB as well. He was not too many fragments off of it, so he did end up getting it. He didn't put in the lineup exactly, but I can't wait for Great Ninja War on Saturday. I have some interesting lineups to try out. Now I have as well Killer Bee. I don't know, he's lost in here somewhere. But I have a Hanzo. There we go, Killer Bee and a Hanzo to try out for teams. We'll try to get them Red Awakened as well. With just my regular stamina, I'm not going to use potions at this moment. But you guys let me know what teams you want to see, any sort of suggestions. I will be staying Midnight Blade for a while, and the next main will be in the Straw Poll sometime next week. And it'll probably be a Zerfang, assuming by the amount of votes it got after Midnight Blade. But we'll see what happens. So, opens up a lot of potential on teams. Also, the monthly event, I forgot to go over it, is Jigokudo and Shirado. The paintings are still pretty good, but personally I just wouldn't spend for them. I'll just keep going for the Seal Scrolls. Oh, actually, I didn't go through all my items. So these are all the Magatamas I got between last night and today from Hanzo and Killer Bee, as well as 208 medium level refines. I got a lot of stuff actually. Purification runes. I have to do purifies, but this video is already dragging on. I think I should do a video for me just, using up all my battle power gaining items and put that as a separate video, because there's a lot of stuff to go through as far as purifies, Magatamas, and I also believe that there is no rebates for purifies. There never is, as far as even China goes. So I think it's just a matter of RNG. I don't know if there is an actual increased luck chance. I would wait for it, but as far as I know, I don't think I've ever witnessed any sort of rebate. I am up to over 100 seal scrolls now. I was at 90 or 89, so I did go up from all the spending with all these extra summoning frags. I'm at 125, so I am ready. I am ready for my goddamn summoning rebate when it comes out. Another 100 scrolls. Hopefully I pull a King of Hell or even a Kirin, because next time Kirin shows up in the event, I will be buying him. Don't care, I already have 27 frags, so I'll just get the difference. But all the summoning points, I redeem all the runes and go for King of Hell. When I get 270,000 points, because I already have 5 frags, I will end up going for the King of Hell. That will be, a nice addition. And pretty much Kirin is going to be the last thing I should aim for, I guess. As far as the summons, because I bought all the other ones and King of Hell goes for the points. And then 15 more seal scrolls adds up to 260. So I'm officially ready for my Roshi treasure, which could be in God knows how long. A lot of stuff was said in this video, so hopefully you guys did find it useful. So guys, last thing I wanted to talk about was just quickly to go over to the forums. But first, I wanted to talk about the level cap. So, I am over 500% XP. Basically, this confirms the theory that 500% XP does not equal level 90. I would assume that the level cap stops stacking, or at least your experience will stop stacking when you reach level 90 at this point in the game. So, 500% could probably get me around 88. And then I do assume that the main plot instance quests from 86 and 88 will get me really close to 90, or I could potentially get 90. We do have to expect level cap within the next 2 weeks. It was announced after the forum poll was ended that it will be mid-March, so I'm looking forward to the level cap. Gives me a few more things to look forward to in the game. Hopefully I could get level 90 day one, but then I'm going to go back to the same, I guess, procrastination as I was with other stuff. Another thing is I do hope that you can stack experience past level 90 when the level cap does come out. Then it will make it even better just to keep continuing the game. But just wanted to let you guys know I'm over 500% XP and I'll be ready for that cap. But the next thing was basically going to the actual forums, because they have a new poll. And I forgot to talk about this for the last 2 days. I keep forgetting. I had to go back after I recorded my video and then just finish things up. So this poll is about looking forward to new and different events, and what they did mean by it is basically they can modify new events, and they said that the events might be created from scratch or brought in and modified from the Chinese version. These concern weekly events, not timed events, so basically week to week. It's interesting. They do also want 3,000 votes or something. This number was changed from 2,000. So yeah, they want at least 3,000 votes to consider this. I mean, first of all, it's kind of common sense. A lot of people complain about the events. Maybe you should do some better ones, get a new system or stuff. Personally, I think that the events are, really pricey from week to week, and they don't exactly do sort of any kind of thing for free-to-plays. So if they could stick one free-to-play event each week that is not complete garbage, that would make most one side of the community a lot more happy. And if they would just kind of chill on, gang raping your wallet from week to week, then the other side would be probably a little bit happier. So I will leave the link in the description below for this. Just please vote, guys, because you have to vote for this game to get some sort of feedback and hope things change. Surprised to see the level cap finally getting announced mid-March. So I guess these polls are actually going to be a real thing to get some sort of feedback for the game. 467 votes. We do need 3,000, so I will try to, talk about this every day, because we do have 5 days left now to get 3,000 votes. Hopefully this does reach around to everybody that I can, or as far as everybody that plays the game. And then the last thing was basically the things that we will be expecting after the level cap. So this was, I guess, post 2.0 updates. There are 2 events. One is the Rescue the Jinchuriki event, and the other one is the cat quiz. And I was on the German forum and I managed to find them talking about it. So the German side got this in February on the 15th, shortly after the level cap was increased, maybe like a month after the level cap. Basically, you go to the Valley of the End for this event. You will see Toby having 3 like Jinchurikis chained up. You basically need to go in a party of 2 to 3 ninjas, I think. And it's basically like a timed event. So whoever has the best time ends up holding the top 3 spots. Not exactly sure how this works. This is also Google translated, so do realize this is not an accurate, orientation of it. But you do basically fight, I guess you fight other people. That's just how it works. You just fight other people, and whoever has the best time. Like I said, I don't exactly know how this works. People on the German side can tell you, and people who play China. But this is just how the event looks like. It's mostly a battle. And I did try this once in China. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I just randomly joined some guy's party and I was in it. But it's going to be every Friday and Saturday for the German version. We'll probably get the same days. Playable from level 30. Now, the thing you have to realize is, when it comes to going to China events, they only have Ninetales once a week, which is really brutal. I mean, they only have Ninetales on Sundays, I think. So I'm not sure when the German version is going to go down that road, or us. Who knows if we're going to lose Ninetales like that. But doing Ninetales once a week in China was brutal. That's why you have to get XP from other sources. And then this cat, the OG cat, his brother. Fukurokumaru's, brother, I guess. But the way the quiz works is actually rather interesting. I never did it because I didn't have the time and it was always on a weird schedule. So I actually see screenshots of how it works. And basically it's like an ultimate quiz game show. So based on how many points that you get, like a Great Ninja War Pack, 200 points is the max. That means you get everything right and you just like demolish everybody else. Then you have 60 to 180 points for the second Great Ninja War Pack, and then 20 to 50 for the bottom one. You basically have 20 questions. When a question appears, you have 15 seconds to go to the cat with the correct answer. So you'll see, look at this, a whole freaking cat army. So the question's going to be at the top and the choices are at the bottom. You just simply run to the one that has the correct choice, click it. If you are correct, you get 10 points. If you are wrong, you get nothing. So for Naruto trivia people that love this stuff, should be a cool event. You also do get a title. You should realize it. It doesn't show you, but if you get 200 points on the cat quiz, you get a title to last for the week, I believe, because this event is only Thursdays. It's only Thursdays for 20 minutes exactly. It's pretty fun, to be honest. I mean, it looks interesting. I would like to give it a try. Hopefully get that title. I respect these cats, so. But that was all I wanted to talk about to finish off the video. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and I'll see you guys next time.